Hello, and welcome back. You have no doubt at least heard of the recent breakthrough in AI technology known as ChatGPT, but you probably didn't know you could do all this with it. I am the digital adventurer, and today we are going through the 10 of the most overlooked and underutilized things you can get ChatGPT to do for you that you probably have never thought about, and also a few that you probably have known about. Let's get into it. First up, let's take a visit to our local supermarket website and do some shopping. Have you ever looked at the ingredient label and wondered what on earth is on that label? This is especially true the more processed food gets, like chemically engineered supplements or artificially colored candies, but ChatGPT knows and can easily tell you what's up. For this, all you really need to do is you either type up or copy the name of the ingredient that you want to learn more about and paste it into ChatGPT. It'll let you know what's up afterwards. Like in this example, we've taken the description of a packet of Skittles and inspected the ingredients label. Then we can go and find what colors that they use and what other places they're used in. Number 2. After the shopping trip, you might feel like you need a fitness routine but don't know what exercises to start with. Maybe you want a personalized workout routine but aren't particularly bothered to pay a personal trainer to make you one. You can ask ChatGPT to make you a generic one, or you can tell it more about yourself in the prompt. You can include things like height, weight, age, lifestyle, and fitness goals to take into account when making the fitness plan, as well as any disabilities or health conditions you might have, though for some that might be crossing the privacy line, which could be a concern with something as powerful as ChatGPT, which is a topic I'll touch on in another video. In this example, we're creating a number of different fitness plans for different types of hypothetical people. As you can see here, the more detailed the prompt gets, the better tailored the fitness plan is for the individual person. So for better results, it is optimal to do that, though it's understandable why you wouldn't want to let some random robot know everything about you. Number 3. You can also get ChatGPT to explain complex topics to you, tailored to your education level and knowledge level on the topic, from a rudimentary explanation to tell a child, to a detailed, engaging, and in-depth understanding of a topic for a presentation. Here we are asking ChatGPT different variations on how a car engine works, from a generic prompt of simply how does a car engine work to how does a car engine work? I need to be able to explain it to my daughter as she has many questions about it, after which ChatGPT will explain it like you need it to for a child. Or alternatively, in our next scenario, we need to explain it to an interviewer as we are applying for an automotive repair job. Number 4. You can ask ChatGPT how any game works, from the ancient game of Go to a more modern game like Settlers of Catan. You can ask it details on the rules of the game, how to play, how game setup works, and even strategy tips on how to win at any particular game. In this example, we are asking ChatGPT for an in-depth explanation of how Settlers of Catan works and how to play. Additionally, we also ask it for strategy tips on how to win the game. Number 5 and number 6. The teacher. You can get ChatGPT to be your on-demand, 24/7 writing teacher. ChatGPT is a very proficient writer and as a result can also make educated comments on your writing, telling you what things aren't good and what things can be improved on to make it better. Should you be unsure of how to proceed with improvements on your content, you could also get it to show you what it thinks would be an improvement on your work. It can expand on existing work, using it as a seed or template to follow from and produce additional content of the same branch. In this way, it's both a content reviewer and content expander, as it's able to generate content and review your own content that you give it. Alternatively, you could also get it to straight up write something by itself as a content writer, a very common use for this type of tool currently. All you really have to do is tell it what you want. The more specific you can be with your prompt, the better the result will be and the harder it will be to detect by anti-AI bots. Here we have a request for an in-depth, detailed and engaging report on how a fire system in a building works. The request includes how long the work is to be, the amount of body paragraphs, and emphasizes the importance for an introduction, conclusion, as well as the audience that the work is being written towards. For those who are more technologically inclined, ChatGPT can also write simple blocks of code to be used as standalone scripts, or to be integrated into a larger codebase. However, it is not perfect in this regard just yet and may make errors here and there occasionally that you will need to iron out. Here we have given it the prompt. Could you code me a game of Battleship in Python, with everything else being up to its own interpretation? In the end, the result is a rudimentary 5x5 grid with a single battleship on it, positioned by the AI where the player's objective is to find the AI's battleship in 4 turns or less. Otherwise, the AI wins. Number 9. Should you run into issues with tech, there's also the option of asking ChatGPT for tech advice on troubleshooting as to why this or that doesn't work. In this hypothetical scenario, we have a malfunctioning monitor followed by the typical blue screen of death that ChatGPT helpfully provides a list of fixes to try before escalating to a professional technician. In this way, it can be used to help you find solutions on your own and potentially solve the problem before bringing it to a technician, saving time and money. Number 10. Now last, but definitely not least, and what I hope you've all been waiting for, ChatGPT can generate text-based adventures for your enjoyment. Sure, it all depends on the prompt, but with just a request to play, a selected character of a knight with a sword and shield in a fantasy setting, we have a small choose-your-own-adventure story for you to play through. Granted, this example is pretty simple, but with good enough prompt engineering, perhaps one could make a game inside of ChatGPT. Now, we come to the end of this very short list on just some of the things ChatGPT is capable of doing. If you want more content on AI tools and exploration into prompt engineering, do drop a comment or give a thumbs up to let me know. Until next time,